What is Stoicism philosophy? In the quiet corners of our minds, amidst the turmoil of our emotions, lies a sanctuary where true strength is born. This sanctuary is not found in fleeting pleasures or the transient applause of the world. It is found in the steadfast practice of an ancient philosophy called Stoicism. Stoicism, born from the wisdom of Zeno of Citium and carried forth by the unyielding spirit of Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius, is not merely a collection of ideas, but a way of life, a guide to mastering ourselves and our emotions. As Seneca once reflected, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality, reminding us that the root of our suffering lies within our minds. As seekers of wisdom, we are called to embrace the principles of Stoicism, to transform our lives from within. At the heart of Stoicism is the pursuit of self-control and grit, virtues that empower us to overcome the destructive emotions that threaten to derail our journey. In his meditations, Marcus Aurelius urged us to waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. This call to action resonates deeply within us, challenging us to embody the virtues we admire rather than merely discussing them. To be Stoic is to recognize that while we cannot control the world around us, we can control our responses. This insight liberates us from the chains of external circumstances and places our focus on our inner domain, the only realm where true power resides. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "This profound truth beckons us to cultivate an inner resilience that remains unshaken by the vicissitudes of life." The Stoic path is not one of cold detachment, but of profound engagement with our humanity. We learn to face our fears, acknowledge our desires, and yet not be enslaved by them. Epictetus, a former slave-turned-philosopher, taught that freedom comes not from the absence of external constraints, but from mastery over our thoughts and desires. "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters," he proclaimed. In this lies our ultimate freedom, the freedom to choose our response, to rise above our impulses, and to act with virtue. As we walk the Stoic path together, we find strength in our shared commitment to self-improvement. We become part of a lineage of thinkers and doers who have sought to live by nature, to accept what we cannot change, and to change what we can, ourselves. Seneca advised, "Begin at once to live and count each separate day as a separate life." Each moment becomes an opportunity to practice virtue, to refine our character, and to draw closer to the ideal of the sage. Our journey is not solitary. We are bound by a common purpose, to cultivate a life of meaning and virtue. In the words of Epictetus, we are not disturbed by things but by the views we take of them. Together, we learn to see the world with clarity, to understand the fleeting nature of external events, and to find peace in the constancy of our inner resolve. The Stoic philosopher is not an ivory tower intellectual, but a warrior of the mind, battling daily against the forces of fear, anger, and desire. We are called to this noble struggle, to face our inner demons with courage, and to emerge victorious through the practice of wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. This is our path, our quest for inner freedom and unshakable strength. Let us heed the call of the Stoics and strive together towards a life of virtue. Let us embrace the teachings of our philosophical ancestors and apply them in the crucible of our daily lives. For in the end, it is not the accolades we receive or the possessions we accumulate that define us, but the strength of our character and the serenity of our soul. In this journey, we are never alone. We are united by our shared pursuit of a higher way of living, a path that leads not only to personal fulfillment, but to a deeper connection with the world around us. As we cultivate our inner sanctuary, we find that the peace and strength we seek have been within us all along, waiting to be awakened by the timeless wisdom of Stoicism.